Hey guys, how we doing out there? This is Chico, Cars and Military, and well, I'm in Philly. I think I mentioned that before. Not hiding anything here, am I? And we just got swamped with some snow outside. Not too bad, but we got a good shot, and everybody's buckling in because it's going to be zero tonight, -0 as a matter of fact. -3, minus what it's going to get really cold out there. So this was a good night for me. I've got um, a lot of comments from you guys. So before we start this video, I want to take the time to say hello to all our service people all around the world, wherever you may be, even if it's next door and you're watching this. We appreciate what you do. The world is getting kind of in a tough position right now with Russia. We're going to be sending our boys apparently overseas, and let's just hope that that this gets resolved diplomatically through negotiations, and we don't have to put people behind triggers and try and take up for another country. It's all I can say for right now. So you're our first responders. You're the tip of the sword, and my heart goes out. Wherever you go, I go with you. Doctors, nurses, lawyers, all this COVID. Please, let's just stay the battle. Let's just keep working, and if we all work to get along, it'll be a better world. I'm done with that now. I've got a request for what I'm going to show right now. I think it's kind of cute, but some updates. I got 5 new cars in the collection, so I want to show them off, but it won't be in this video. I also, for the military room, a guy wants to see exactly how I got all the G.I. Joes displayed, so I'm going to do that. Also in the military room, I have die-cast cars I haven't even got to yet, and a couple other cool things to show you. I made some changes in the car room, so I thought maybe I'd do some sort of like maybe panorama when I get ready to show you the cars that we just got in the collection. And so the request tonight, and another guy about my Speed Racer collection. Don't want to forget him because he seems to think that Speed Racer only drove, that when I mentioned the Mark 6, I guess he thought I meant Speed Racer drove the a Mark 6 instead of the Mark 5. So I was going to pull out the cars and show off a couple of collector pieces I got there. With that being said, one of you guys out there, I didn't look in my phone. I've been trying to do this for you. Really wanted to see my King Kong and the other monsters that I have in my collection. Now, you guys know that I've been around for a while. I'm 70 years old, and I've been doing this for a while. And my monsters are totally different than your monsters. The ones that make me crawl up under the covers at night were Frankenstein, the Mummy, the Wolfman, Creature from the Black Lagoon, and a few of the other monsters through the 30s up through the early 50s. And those were my monsters. We didn't have Chucky or the car or all that kind of stuff. What am I thinking about? The Green Hornet, or we just did. The monsters were different. And they have tried to make some remakes of the Mummy and stuff, but he mainly asked to see King Kong, and I figured, well, so before I show you King Kong, I'm going to tell you how much. I was about 9 years old when I first saw King Kong. I never got to see the whole thing. I was spellbound. I guess I must have been about 10 or 11 before I got to see the whole movie, and I was stuck. I just thought, King Kong. I couldn't. And Mighty Joe Young was there too, but King Kong was he was my boy. A lot of years ago, I keep this. This is a King Kong, the original 1933, And this package actually roared. You would press it and you would hear King Kong roar. Also, it's colorized. It's just a collector piece. I don't have a VHS player anymore. But when I bought this, you could buy VHS movies like 1999. I believe I paid $50 or $60 for this. So it's a really cool keepsake. When I got it, it was already 60 years, so I didn't bother to count up all the years, but King Kong's been around for a while. And to show you what I mean, so I've got King Kong and the Son of King Kong. This is the new one. And then we have the remake here, which I did like. There's a couple of things, I'm not going to get into it, but I do like this one. This got me breathing again on King Kong because he didn't die at the end for a change. And it was something different. Of course, King Kong had to worry about, I believe I had it there, didn't I? King Kong, yeah, here we go. King Kong and Godzilla, right? So here's Godzilla, the new one. Get that out of the light. And this is Godzilla. But this Godzilla came out in 1954. I believe it, 1964. Japanese version in 1966 for the theatrical release in the United States. I don't know why I'm thinking 54. I'm thinking of another movie. What was the difference? Well, Godzilla was a hit in Japan, but they didn't know how to bring it to the United States. Well, we all, at one time or another, maybe heard of Perry Mason, Raymond Burr. So what they did was they took this movie, they injected Raymond Burr in it. They didn't change a thing. When Raymond Burr is in the movie, you never see him directly talking to another actor. And if they did have an actor, it was the back of the actor. So he was just dubbed in to help sell it in the U.S. And it was a hit. This is actually, even if you look at the Japanese version and subtitle, it's really good, the first one. And that's about all I can, but it's really good. Now, I'm trying to do this quickly. So before I bring out King Kong, who was the request, so my Godzilla creature, I was going to get something a little different, but I had this Micro Mini. It's the only one I got. It's actually die cast. And so he sits up there on top of the cabinets. And I didn't have the old Godzilla. I just figured I'd go in and get the new guy and be done with it and put him up there. So that's Godzilla. Let's set him down here for a second. So the request was for King Kong. And, you know, we like to put things around our car collection. It doesn't matter what it is, but we all have something we usually like to stand beside it. Well, this is the most famous scene of King Kong when he's captured in New York, standing on this. He breaks away. Let me show you his face. You notice he's got the heavy eyebrows here. His head does turn. And you can move his legs and twist his body. But in order to get everything to line up right, just basically just one little position. Now, let me show you the stand, which it has the chains that break away here. You can see the chain there and up here. And I bought this one because it is really one of the best depictions of the original movie. So the snake here just represents the serpent that King Kong had to fight in the cave when he had what's her name, Fay Ray, Ann Darrow. And since it's in black and white, but her dress is red, and so I usually put her here. Now I've got this cool little homie, and he's a cigar smoking guy here. If I can get him, and I make him Carl Denham. So he has the old 50s. If I can get this there, he's got the white and black shoes on, and he looks like he's right out of the 30s. Double-breasted suit, the whole bit. So when he sits up there. So this is my King Kong, and I do know, I'm in Philadelphia, and for the person that asked me to show you my King Kong, I know where one of these is, brand new in the box. It's about $50. So if you contact me through the YouTube channel, I'll try and then we could email each other or something, and I can help you get it. I'm going to do a quick run. I have some other friends of mine here. So Frankenstein is, well, I guess I'm just using this one. So we got Frankenstein I'm going to bring out. But this Frankenstein is a collection, The Bride of Frankenstein, Frankenstein, Abbott and Costello Meet, Frankenstein, the Wolfman, and Dracula. All these movies are in this here. Frankenstein came out around the same time King Kong did, in the 1930s. They may have it on here. I don't want to take a whole lot. I believe it was 1931 rings. Yeah, it is 1931 for Frankenstein. Bride of Frankenstein was 1935, etc., etc. A lot of the actors that probably you've heard of, Boris Karloff and Lon Chaney, were the guys that did all the monsters when I came along. So we have Frankenstein here, but he has a movie pedestal. Let me see if I can move this a little bit. So he has a movie pedestal. He sits up here like this. This electronic thing is actually in the movie. It's just like this. The arm he rips off of sort of like a policeman that's in the movie. He had of course it was a prosthetic, and he ripped it off. And this is exactly how Frankenstein looks in the movie. Like I said, Boris Karloff played. Now, Boris Karloff did do The Mummy, but he never played. Boris Karloff did Frankenstein and The Mummy. And then we have the Wolfman, who is Lon Chaney Jr. Lon Chaney Sr. was a man of 1,000 faces. And then Lon Chaney Dussault. He's one of the most famous Wolfman actors of that era. And this really does portray well. It looks just like him. And when Abbott and Costello run in, it's a riot when he's in another room. I hope you get a chance to look at the movie. Now, the only thing that could kill a werewolf, kind of like Dracula, was a silver bullet or a silver knife. Whatever you had that was silver would kill a werewolf. And you know, I'm always talking about my flea market. So I'm walking down the flea market. Pardon me a second here. So this is a normal pocket knife. This is not so much. Uh-oh. There's an Amber Alert. That means a child has been taken. This world of ours is so sad. So, why am I showing you this pocket knife? Well, believe it or not, this pocket knife, first of all, believe it or not, this thing weighs about 10 pounds, and I got it for $15. And if you look at the handle, it looks like it's bone, but the cool part is it has werewolves carved in it, and there's a couple of them, I think it's 2, maybe 3, on both sides. And then the blade is etched with werewolves. Let's see here if I can get it in the light so you can see the werewolf there. We got werewolves here. And then because it's silver, it just makes like a nice movie prop to go with my werewolf. So if you wondered why when I show the front of the room and you see that big knife down there, though, that's to kill the werewolf. Now, another monster that I keep in the collection is the Bride of Frankenstein. And this, the hair, and I'm sure you've seen commercials, you younger kids probably don't know much about it, but she didn't like Frankenstein either. So she came with 2 heads. You could have her all wrapped up before he did this, and I think her and Frankenstein in that particular one maybe burned up together. I forget what the deal is. It's been a while since I've seen the movie, but something like that. Another one of my favorite movies. It's Creature from the Black Lagoon. Now, they made about 3 of these. I want to try and show you the base with the... And he was in the Amazon River, and some scientists were there, and he fell in love with a girl, and long story short. So now they actually made 3 movies. I think the Return of the Creature of the Black Lagoon, and there was another one. I actually don't have any of his movies, so I can't be sure of the exact titles. And whoever the actor is, I don't know either. There was no way of really telling with all the... but this was really... it was all in black and white. But this is the Creature from the Black Lagoon, and he's in my card collection. So the last 2 creatures now, Boris Karloff and Lon Chaney Jr. both played the Mummy. Now there is a remake of the Mummy. I think everybody's probably seen those by now. But back in the early 40s and the 50s, Boris Karloff and Lon Chaney Jr. Did this. Now this is a little blown out of proportion, but I enjoyed the way it looked, so that's how it came. And then last but not least is Dracula. Now, Bela Lugosi was the actor back then. He was typecast. He couldn't play anything but Dracula. This is a real nice, his cape comes off. It's made of a very heavy rubber. And now Dracula could turn into a wolf. So you killed Dracula, of course, put a stake through the heart, or if he was a wolf, you shot him with a silver bullet. So that's it. Those are my monsters, and I hope that this little showing helps the young man who asked to see my monsters and to show them off a little bit. I enjoy having them. I thought it was unique that somebody would actually want me to show them. I hope I didn't bore you with it. I have lots of car stuff. So as soon as I get the room cleaned up with all of this and all that snow outside, I think I'm going to make another video. So for right now, I'm going to sign off and say thank you. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Those words are new to me because I never thought I was going to... I didn't imagine my collection would show as well as it does. You fellas really seem to like it. I collected from the heart. I mean, I just didn't buy anything. And I do want to talk when I get time about buying models. There is a way to tell when you're going to get a decent detailed model and you're not going to get a decent detailed model. I just recently, like I said, bought 5, so I want to show you some of that. I was a little surprised, but not totally. And so you get what you pay for, is more or less. But anyway, so we'll go over that. In the military room, for the gentleman who wants me to see my G.I. Joe figures, I got you covered on that. I didn't do any of my die-cast vehicles for you guys in the military room, and I'd like to do that and finish that up too. So like I said, for now, be safe out there. God bless all of you. Stay safe.